One of the biggest concerns and this is why I'm very critical on Tom Thibodeau being our head coach, is that he's not going to pick the right starting lineup to help us be better in the future. And that's the number one problem this year. As you can see by our last couple preseason games, the starting lineups were a little bit questionable. We're starting the vets over all of our young guys. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go over a simple tier list. It's not really a tier list. Left to right is best. As you can see, we're already going to put the Beyblade in his Beyblade tier. Please trade him. Leon, please trade him. We don't want him here. Hey, y'all got to stop putting him in the game, man. They're just lowering his stock. Make him come off the bench at least. He'll do a lot more damage to a second unit. Not a starting lineup. Alright, so we're going to start off with the point guard. We have quite a couple. To be honest, personally, I like Frank to be our starting lineup. Mainly because of his defense, and he's actually really good. And moments where he has time to shine, he gets pulled out. It's not fair to him because he hasn't really been given a real chance to play. You can go on YouTube and find some highlights of him, and it'll be like, wow, he scored 14 points. Might be a little controversial, but I would put Frank in my starting lineup. And if Frank can't be put, I would most definitely put Emmanuel quickly right after. Prefer him to be sixth man over Julius Randle, but if Julius Randle has to play, please have him coming off the bench. But Emmanuel quickly, as you can see, gets that game we had against the Cavs first game. He did very well towards the end. His shooting wasn't amazing. I think he shot like right under 30%, but his plus minus was the highest on the team with 19. Dude played his butt off, man, and it's looking bright for him, with us at least. Hopefully he isn't looked at to trade or anything. Now, between those two, I do like Frank a lot better, which is why I'm keeping it that way. But at this point, it is what it is. Now, we do have some more, but we'll get back into that later. With shooting guard, obviously, I would rather have R.J. Barrett as shooting guard over small forward. Now, the last couple of games he has been in small forward, but I think shooting guard R.J. Barrett is a lot better. He can have the ball in his hands a little more. There's this YouTuber called CK2K that explained it like this, where if Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle, they're like teammates in 2K. If you're playing in a rec, they always pass it to each other, nobody else. But R.J. Barrett is like that third guy who can always score. So when he gets the ball, he does what he can. That's how it's really been the last couple games, and it's been really annoying. He's been shooting pretty well, pretty efficiently too. If only he was the first option, probably do a lot better. Last game we were down by 20. We came back with the young man lineup, but we shouldn't have been down 20 in the first place. Like, it's really not that bad. Now, here's where it gets a little more difficult. Let's see. First off, let's put Jared Harper in the G League, because I don't see him breaking rotation. Theo Pinson's on a two-way. I expect him to be there as well. If we're going to put anyone else there, I would put Austin Rivers behind RJ Barrett. Austin Rivers would play the combo guard, PG shooting guard, just like Emmanuel quickly, but I'll see him more as a shooting guard coming off the bench for RJ when he gets tired. Probably late first quarter, because RJ will be playing pretty good minutes. I'll put Knox at starting small forward because I really do believe in this man. I really do believe in this guy. His rookie season was average, but David Fizdale freaking ruined him his sophomore year, not giving him any play time because everybody had to deserve a spot. We did not have a win-now team to have the ideology, and Tom Thibodeau has that ideology today, which isn't that great either. Obi Toppin, I would definitely put him for obvious reasons. It's our rook. We picked him high in the draft for a reason. Give him his playing time. Don't have this guy coming off the bench, have him feel the pressure, especially in MSG, even though we won't be having fans. Hopefully we do in the future, but for now we don't have fans. But if he's going to be playing in MSG, he's got to learn how to deal with it and have the starting lineup, have his name called. He's definitely the best guy for the job right now. It's our boy, Obi-Wan. Last couple games, he's been doing pretty well. If only he had the ball in his hands a little more. He does need to shoot the three a little bit well, just like RJ Barrett, but that'll come as time goes on. Now, for the center position, I am very split between Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson. You know, they're basically our only centers. But I would pick Mitchell Robinson over Nerlens Noel because just like Obi, he needs to be put in the starting lineup. Last year we had Taj Gibson, who I think we should have re-signed this year. I really don't like that we lost Taj Gibson. He was probably a really good vet to have in the locker room. But he would start over Mitchell Robinson, and it'd be really good if he can get over his foul trouble problems, like just by playing. It'd be very amazing if he can. Especially for last game. It's very sad. He got into foul trouble in the first quarter, but he still managed to play 30 minutes and get his double-double, which is what we want from him every single game. Every single game that we can, we will. And obviously, right after that, Nerlens Noel. They're basically, to me, they're almost the same player. Both really good defensively. Both very good rim protectors. Amazing players. Really good signing for Nerlens Noel. Our front office is doing amazing in signing, at least. We just need to hope that they do development just as good. Now, back here, I would put Elfrid Payton, as a third point guard. And that's only because I think Dennis Smith Jr. is worse. But they're both pretty bad. It sucks that they're going to be taking minutes off of these two. They really shouldn't. Frank Ntilikina and Emmanuel Quickley really deserve their minutes. Every single one. Especially with these preseason games. They deserve them. Now, Iggy B averaged 20 points in the G League, man. 20 points. And he hasn't been put in a single minute in this preseason. He's definitely a guy that deserves to freaking play, man. He deserves to freaking play. Now, the only thing is that I don't know what position he'd play. If he'd play small forward or shooting guard, I would put him in both. If it was up to me and I was the coach, I would definitely put him behind Kevin Knox. Have him play like the shooting guard, small forward position, kind of. Kind of like how DeMar DeRozan can shoot. I don't think that's a good comparison. It's probably not even... both of their names shouldn't even be put in the same sentence together. But to me, it's probably best. If those two could complement each other coming off the bench, because Iggy can shoot the ball, man. And Kevin Knox is basically, that's what we have him for, is to shoot the ball as well. But if both of them can break rotation, that'd be really good. I'm sad to say this, but Miles Powell probably might be going to the G League. Probably, most definitely, because he still has a break in rotation for preseason games. I know it's a little early to say, but it is what it is. Reggie Bullock, like the announcer likes to say. He's okay. He's the oldest guy on the team, so he's basically our vet, but he's not bad. He's had some really good games last year, but he shouldn't be the guy taking the last shot. Like, this is a guy that should be coming off the bench. Like, let's say that Austin Rivers and RJ Barrett aren't there, or one of them is injured, let's say like an ankle injury or just personal problems, then he should be coming out. But other than that, no reason. I'd actually put Alex Burks before him. Actually, no, I think I'd put Alex Burks before Austin Rivers, actually. Dude's nice. Very nice. Very nice. Super nice, man. Shoot the ball. Him working with RJ Barrett will probably make him shoot even better. There'll probably be even some points where they can play together. Maybe he'll play small forward a bit. But I'd keep him in shooting guard. Have him come off the bench for RJ Barrett. I don't like the Amari Spellman pick up. It's not that good to me, at least. Especially last game, he didn't really have that much of an impact. Dude was -3. He only played 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes hurt us quite a bit. He's not really a point guard. I don't know why I put him up there. I just put him a small forward, but it is what it is. We picked him up. I don't think it's a horrible signing, but it is what it is. And then last, maybe least to me, is Michael Kid Gilchrist. I'd put him, again, small forward. And a lot of these guys, if we want to do small ball lineups, these could change quite a bit. But I would put him at the end. Actually, no. I'd put him ahead of Amari Spellman. 100% in front of Amari Spellman. But this is basically how I see the year going by. If it was in my eyes, if it was in Tom's eyes, he'd be starting. Just pretty sad. But starting lineup that I would like to see is definitely Frank, RJ, Knox, Obi-Wan, and Mitch. And I have no one else come off the bench for Mitch. I don't know who'd come. Well, Julius Randle come off the bench for Obi. Iggy come off the bench for Knox. Burks come off the bench for RJ. Emmanuel. I'd actually have either one of them start. Doesn't matter who. But as long as they're coming off the bench for each other. I really want to see Miles Powell up here, but I really think he's going to get sent to the G League. But other than that, that's everything, man. I hope you guys agree. If you guys have any differing opinions, let me know in the comments. Everything's fine here. Any criticisms taken. You guys have a wonderful day.